And take 4. Okay, let's get on with this video. Okay. So, last week I posted a video of my advice on what I want to say to people who are planning on moving to LA or just a big city. I wanted to elaborate on this topic and give more of my opinion. When I was editing that video for last week, I was just like, oh my goodness, my friend gave me an idea. So I just wanted to share the things that I came up with and just share more about, like, you know, is it a good idea to make the move or is it not? So without further ado, let's jump into this video. Let me just begin by saying that one of the things that sucks about like moving from a state like Texas, you are gonna pay 2 taxes. So you pay the state tax and a federal tax. And the government sucks up all of your money, like twice as much. And for me, I didn't realize it. And then, like, I would look at my paychecks and go, like, oh my god, there's a significant amount of money that I just lost, which is honestly kind of a bummer, but at the same time, like, it's fine, whatever. It is what it is, so I guess. Traffic, honestly, sucks. I'm a very, very patient person. I personally love to drive, so I love being on the road. It doesn't really bother me because I love listening to music. Where I was living with my uncle, and so he took me in and I never had to fully pay rent. Bless up. Honestly, God bless. Like, I lived in Koreatown at the time, and that's like pretty much in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. And I remember I had 2 jobs. One of them was at Westwood, which is like where Beverly Hills area is and where UCLA area. And so the other one was in Santa Monica near Brentwood every single day. My commute from Koreatown all the way to Westwood would take me roughly around like over 40 minutes. Here in Texas, when you are going to like a store that says 11 miles away and it's like 18 minutes away, you're gonna get there in 18 minutes. But that's not exactly the case in Los Angeles, because you're gonna have to rely not on the miles but on the time. And when it says that it's gonna take you 45 minutes to get there, chances are it's gonna take you an hour. Siri extends the time of when you'll get there. Literally every single day I would allot at least to the minimum, like an hour and a half for my commute, because trust issues. Like, Siri doesn't play games. You're going by Filipino time, and Filipino time is like, if someone says that they're gonna show up at like 2 o'clock, expect them to show up at 3, because that's how we do things. LA is such a big city. I didn't realize just how big it was until I got there. Even though living at downtown LA, in the heart of where everything is, if I wanted to get somewhere to like Santa Monica area with rush hour traffic, you're looking at around like an hour commute. So definitely do your research. Research trains and buses en route to where you work at, because it sucks sometimes. Parking, y'all. Parking in LA, I don't even know how to describe it. Literally, it's pretty awful. There would be times where I would literally park my car on the street, like in front of his house, and I would have to be so aware because there's street cleaning is a thing. I did not know, like, what? I was like, street cleaning is a thing. All the signs, y'all, like, it is a fucking riddle that you cannot solve. Like, you will take a day solving, like, where you should park, if you should park here. Because it'll say street cleaning Thursday, and then it'll say no parking from 2:30 to 4 p.m. and then on weekends you can, like, tax, California vehicles exempt, this and that. You're gonna get towed. You're gonna go to jail if you park here. It's honestly kind of fun, but a little bit chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. You can either do without a car, but everyone chooses their battles. Gas prices in LA, they don't play around. Here in Texas, gas is around like $2.15 $2.50. There it's like $3.50, $4. And every time you look up, you literally feel like you're about to get a heart attack multiple times. Here in Texas, it takes only $18 to $20 to fill up my tank, full tank. In Cali, it literally took me $40 to $46. And I'm just like, it's honestly a little too much. Speaking of gas prices, I want to talk about rent. Here in Texas, for a 1-bedroom, or in Austin specifically, you could find around like $700 to like over $1,000. In Los Angeles, there's places in Santa Monica. If you're gonna get a 1-bedroom apartment, expect to pay no less than around $2,500 to like over $3,000. I know there's places in Glendale area which has affordable rent around $1,150 to almost like $2,000. My roommate, when I was helping him choose a place, because he has like a 1-bedroom bachelor's pad, which is honestly, it's half of this room, and his place is literally like half from where that TV is right there to like where this bed is right here. He pays roughly around $1,150. No shade to my roomie's apartment or anything. The living expenses in LA is just honestly crazy. The living situations are really interesting, so you're honestly gonna have to make it work. Aside from that, gentrification is a really big thing that happens a lot. With that coming into play, there's a lot of homeless people, and it's one of those things where damn, like, you face reality. People make it work. You gotta make certain sacrifices. I feel like people move to LA and their lives just honestly get romanticized. If I'm being honest, it may seem like from my social media account that I was living my best life and everything, and for the most part, my mindset was that, but there were a lot of times where even with 2 jobs, it was hard for me to keep up with the living expenses. Even though I wasn't paying towards rent or anything like that, it was still really hard to pay for gas, pay for groceries, and pay for other bills that you have to pay for. Even though minimum wage is like roughly around $13.75 or $13.50, the cost of living is just super expensive. So honestly, everyone is going through it. When you see people's account and like social media and they make a great move to follow their dreams, chances are it doesn't look exactly like what they portray in social media. And I know I could say that for myself. Not every phase in life is gonna be cute. We just oftentimes romanticize things that we know it's just not real. Take that with a grain of salt. Just keep that in mind too. Since there's a lot of people, especially in the creative sense, like if you're trying to be an artist, an actor, anything with the arts, there's gonna be so much more competition. That shouldn't discourage anyone, because if anything, that should encourage you to just create your own opportunities, like start a YouTube channel, write skits, and do those things for yourself, so you don't have to constantly feel like, oh, I'm waiting for someone to just give me that role and give me that part. Make your own opportunities so people would come to you instead, and people would hit you up and be like, I want to work with you, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Put yourself out there with whatever you do. Cali has a lot of good landscapes and beaches, not to mention that the weather is just top notch and it's so freaking beautiful. You can wear a sweater and the sun would be out and not sweat. I'm a sweaty ass bitch. I sweat easily. It was honestly really cute for me to wear sweaters and like just look cute, not look like a freaking ice cream, just always like sweating, and like it's honestly great. You'll fall in love with the weather. You'll never want to leave. And so yeah, it's honestly just really cute. One of my favorite things about Los Angeles, the people just have so much style. Like, people there know how to dress, and it's honestly so inspiring just going out to the street, going to Melrose for instance, and everyone is just wearing their colors. Nothing is more satisfying than seeing someone rocking them Adidas with like designer top. If you ever get a chance to visit Melrose Trading Post, I don't even know how to explain it, but there's a thing along Melrose, it's called the Melrose Trading Post, and it's a lot of vendors who set up their own shops, and it happens every Sunday. Everyone sells their own thrifted stuff. You're welcome. I just blessed you, dude. There's so many good things. There's so much culture. There's like a Korean barbecue place. There's a Thai food. And you can never starve. Different parts of LA just makes you feel like you're not in America, which is honestly so dope because we like diversity. Those are pretty much the big pros and cons list. There's a lot more cons in my list, but I believe that even though there's a lot more cons, I still definitely encourage people to go and just move somewhere. It doesn't even have to be Cali or LA, but just honestly, start from scratch. Grow into a new area. Literally, at the end of the day, there is no regret when it comes to moving to a place. I don't think a lot of people realize that if it doesn't work out the way that you intended it to work out, you can always move back home. You can always take time to readjust. I feel like people put so much pressure within themselves, but you have your own timetable. We're in our 20s. Someone who's watching this maybe in their 30s or 40s, and you could still move to a different place. It's like, might as well do this when we're young and when we're still able, and like, obviously wait until the coronavirus and all that bullshit kind of dies down and people aren't dying left and right anymore. Knowing everything that I know now and experiencing the things that I know now about LA, I definitely will do things differently if and when I decide to move back, you know, wink wink. So that is all that I have today. I hope that I helped someone out there who has questions. This is all that I have for you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and feel free to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I'm hungry, but I just ate. But I still want to eat food. I think that's definitely what I'll do.